online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.
It's gonna be lovely CIS Counter-Strike. I know it already, and you're gonna enjoy it. Together with me, we're watching QB.Fire versus GoodJob. I'm Zesh. I'm gonna guide you through this evening with possibly 3 maps, eventually only 2. We're gonna figure it out either way. And with that being said, this is the CIS Close Qualifier for the StarSeries I-League Season 5. After we yesterday saw EPG fight against Space Jam in a long, very long battle that went into overtime on the 3rd map, we might just see something very interesting happening here. I'm going to explain you real quick why, my thoughts on what this game is going to be. GoodJob recently had a little bit of a roster change as Lollipop switched to Flipside. He used to be one hell of a nutty player with by far the best rating on the team. Now they have switched through, got themselves a new player, and that new player, to say it like this, I mean, first of all, it's Dobry. He's lurking for the team, and the problem we're seeing, or the problem I'm seeing with GoodJob is when I talk to Nikes previously, and we talked about how the game will go, how he's feeling. He said that we don't have specific roles. Like, there's not that point where you say, okay, you're the IGL, you're lurking, you're opping. I mean, they do have the IGL in the solution with Box. Box is not performing well in the past 3 months, and the rest of the team doesn't do so as well. And just to give you a little brief idea how good Lollipop actually used to be in that lineup, we're going to take a look at him. Lollipop 21k, Igor Solotkov. And in the past 3 months, his rating was 1.19. And that is compared to the entire team of GoodJob, a difference of like 0.15 rating points, and that's like a good bunch. That's a hell of a lot, and that's where I think, and that's where I come in and say, GoodJob is probably losing this 2-0, especially as QB.F just took down Euronics Gaming, the right now German double champion, just 16-3. Casually in the best of 1, took them down 16-3, which logically is also another result. On the one hand, it's a best of 1 momentum. Euronics Gaming maybe not having a good day, but in general, I just see the team of QB.F having a good advantage there. I just see that. I just personally feel like it, and I don't know how you see it. Your thoughts, your comments are very welcome, because your input is like very interesting to see. I have the chat open, so that means I can logically talk to you, and you can talk to me, and we can talk to each other all night long here on Star Ladder CSEN number 1. And let's just check right here. We got the majority of the players on GoodJob on the server. We got the majority of the QB.F players on the server, so we're basically just waiting. I need Waterfalls it is. Waterfalls is not on the server yet. I can't tell you why, but it is how it is. And I'm hearing we're starting up very, very soon with our knife round, where it's going to be decided. Just talking you through it real quick. Map pick wise, we logically have to talk about it for a moment, because you want to be updated and surely know where did they actually play, on which battleground will I see GoodJob and also QB.Fire work. And we first of all start off with our lovely Inferno. Next up, Mirage. The final one will be Cobblestone. And sure but steady, we gotta say goodbye to Cobblestone. You can pretty much wave and hug Cobble the last 2 times. It was a pleasure having you as a competitive map. But I personally find it sad those times are over. I love this too, but I don't want that goddamn Cobblestone to get away. So doesn't matter, we're starting up with our game and going live in the knife round between QB.Fire and GoodJob. And I already see in the comments right there, Asset Toku does 2 Resident Sleeper. Yeah, I kind of feel you. I like the map though. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun to me. And what seems to be a lot of fun as well right now is going to be watching our best of 3 series. We're starting off on the QB.F pick Inferno, giving you a little bit of a heads up, statistically speaking. That sounds odd, and you might be asking yourself, are you serious, Zesht? Are you not trying to German prank me right here? So, to just make sure that I'm not lying to you, I'm looking at the admin chat, but I'm 100% sure that HLTV has this right. Yeah, QB.F has picked Inferno. QB.F has played this map in the last 3 months 18 times and lost it 12 out of 18 times. Not the best stats, you could say, and that might determine how this will finish either way. Spalbina is already rotating off. Wonderful's back on the side with his teams. And on the other side, we got Quick as well as Jimka holding the B side tight. But Coffee is not interested in pushing that banana, so we first of all have nothing to worry about. Waterfalls might need to do the job together with Boomage. As they right now come onto the A side, they're hearing the steps over. Along there pushing, Quick has a bit of pressure onto himself and can't connect, but there he finds Coffee. Not able to get boxed yet, and from behind they come. Quick needs to worry massively. Down to 22 HP he is. Cannot connect the shot yet. Needs to do it right now. Still does it, and Nikes is taken out of the game. Time is not an issue right now for GoodJob. Only the precision that needs to be there for QB.F. And there it goes. Only Zed and Box alive. That bomb not planted. And the Glock might be leakful enough to take Quick and Valina down. Waterfalls has no armor. And that makes it all such a tough task to handle. Zed finding Valina. 20 HP in total on the side of QB.F. 100% precision needed. Quick with a good timing needed. He gets that, finds the bomb planter. The question is, can he connect it anymore? He's hiding himself and finds another. 4 frags coming in from Quick. Beautifully he does it. That's exactly the way you want to see it start off. That's something you just love. And T-Bone, I have to disappoint you. I'm not a father yet, so I'm quite sure that I am not your dad. I'm sorry for that. And what does this decide? Well, this is a single elimination bracket of the closed qualifier, of the CIS region, of the StarSeries Ion League Season 5. Basically means this decides if either QB.F or GoodJob are going to play Gambit or EPG in the semi-finals of this qualifier, and then there's going to be a final, and only the first one qualifies. So just so you know that. On the other hand, QB.F probably one of the favorites right now in this qualifier. To just keep you updated during this 4th round. Flip side, GoodJob, Hollywood, Vegas Squadron, 4C, EPG, Space Jam, and Pro. That's actually a blatant lie, I'm telling you. I'm going to update you on what I actually meant to say. But either way, first of all, Alina hitting 1 and 2. There we go, 2. Oh, I was actually reading the wrong qualifier. I'm very sorry, dear friends. Spirit, Forza, Avantgarde, Flipside, QB.F, GoodJob, Gambit, EPG. Those are the 8 teams right now. Timon, could you be so kind and actually make a little bit of a description how your father looks like? I'm sure we're going to find him. I'm sure just the chat will help us gonna find your dad, but if we don't know how he looks, how should we find him? You know, it's kind of tough. I mean, you know. And to answer the question, I see right now people, is Navi actually invited to that? Is there like an invited team to the upcoming StarSeries? Well, to answer you that question, right now at that point in time, no. They are not. Possibly they will be though. Maybe they get invited later on. So, could be a possibility. And as Dobry right now is not moving a second, the stop has somehow not been stopped. As I feel like we're just gonna pull through. Jimka hitting a few with waterfalls. And so it's gotta be only a second life, and that's unfortunate. Coffee went for the pause. Not quite sure if that is gonna be replayed. We had a exclamation mark stop before there was actually damage, any damage dealt, I think. I could be lying. I don't want to be lying to you. That would be the last thing I do. And by the way, the awards to the greatest usage of Twitch emotes of today goes to Metal Muxer. Very well done. Job for joining back in after a quick disconnect. Back on the server. Sitting maybe in front of this PC. And playing good 4-3 Counter-Strike. Either way. Now it's the time for GoodJob, the Belarusian team, to start striking. Because otherwise it might all backfire fairly easy for the GoodJob team, which is a thing you would not really like to see. You wanna actually try to hold your opponent actually back on the leash on their own map pick. But first of all, Coffee finding Boomich. He goes way too aggressive into this. Quick tries to take a high advantage. Not quite sure if he's going to benefit from it. Yes, he does. Gets himself Coffee, box behind the bit of concrete. Separating him and Jimka, who now knows, gets taken out. He took out just that grenade at that point in time. Boxer utilized it. And the IGL is going to make a bit call announcing, okay, lads. Seems like these sites is the place where you want to go. Molina. Here he's meeting one. Waterfalls is not going to see a goddamn thing. And that brings us down to round number 1, probably going in favor of GoodJob. Dobry coming in from behind as he tries to lurk. Actually, in the interview beforehand, in the conversation with Nikes, he said Dobrys are more lurking kind of guy. And he's right. There he goes. Finds one. Waterfalls needs precision and concentration to at least not die. I mean, you don't want to lose an AWP, right? Especially when it's an Asimov. No. Waterfall seems to be kind of trapped. Finds not the frag onto box. Can only take a single guy into his grave. And do you guys remember when... the Asimov has been like the thing in an AWP? You remember back when an Asimov was actually the best op skin and everyone respected you and said like, damn, this guy got some Skrilla if he's playing that goddamn Asimov. But nowadays, it's basically just nothing else than a Ford Fiesta in the AWP skin world. Which is sad. I fairly miss it. Either way. Box finding Waterfalls. Valina, who's now jumping out of that balcony, is getting fully overrun. This is incredible right now. GoodJob, the last 2 rounds pretty much shutting down QB.F with high momentum, full speed. Which brings it down to only a Jimka who thinks twice if he really wants to take that aggression. Keeping up good weaponry is somehow important. And straying around to find opponents might be the wrong kind of idea to do so. Finds a nice frag onto Nike's position known. The GoodJob hunt is gonna start with a collateral he gets onto Dobry on box. That was just so goddamn beautiful. He's saving up that AWP. You know, casual frags, you know, put it in the frag movie. I don't even care, but not helping QB.F to actually make that round work. Getting GoodJob onto the second. And there's like a little bit of a two-sided, you know, this all two-edged sword, I think is the English right word for it. Because QB.F has right now played, let me see if it was today. No, it was today only a single match they've played, and that was against Euronics. Took down Euronics fairly easy. So there was just a bit of time. They didn't have much time to rest, QB.F. Right? So it's kind of like, do you feel exhausted after actually playing for that certain amount of time, or do you feel like you're right now warmed up? It's something that I can hardly judge, but I personally think it comes down to the entire team performance. How well did they play in their previous game? How much are they feeling it? How good is their motivational factor? Many aspects that play into this. And yeah, it's double-edged sword. I'm just a German with who's bad with metaphors, you know? I never know them. I used to learn a few. Like, this is how the cookie crumbles is one. I don't know, actually. No, I don't actually know. I don't know any more sayings or such things in English. So, sad life for my side. As a caster, I should know a few, but I come up with a few, I'm sure. There, the 50-50 stands chanceless against the big 7.62 rifle, and so a major execution coming in from GoodJob. Jimka did total wrong sight. And the pistol king of round number 1 is lucky enough to dodge shots. Coffee is not into your action though. You're not gonna be our hero today, Quick. And then round number 6, GoodJob sealed the deal to get the tie up and ready with a free-to-free coming on right now. And you know, telling a little story. Yesterday night at around 1 AM West European time, I was actually playing with Candy, a female Russian player, Waterfalls, and Quick, 2 Face-It matches on Mirage and this too. And there was like 1 Turkish player, and I think Quick instantly said, "Oh, that's Xantara." So that was really good. I love that one. But yeah, it was actually a good fun time. But when like Russians are getting in, you know, when Russians are suddenly meeting each other, it's all very Russian at that point in time. As an English speaker, you're pretty much caught red-handed to speak not anymore, because I don't know a single word in Russian. Either way. Predominant language right now in this case, and the predominant nation not set yet. As right now, that was a nice idea, thinking down. That box is there to refract the IGL and Opera on the side of GoodJob. Successful enough to revenge his dead teammate Coffee. Now bringing it down to that side of A. Not well done by Boomich. Waterfalls might need to clear it out. Finds the first op frag, rotates around the corner fast enough, and can flick over onto Zed. It's getting all so tired right now. Tiring is probably the right word for it, because it seemed like QB.F had a great start winning that pistol, and then on not really looking shaky when it came to that certain one force. But once those guns are in the hands of Belarusian players, they start to strike. And as they start to strike, Quick gets caught there, probably running out of chances in the time. Finds Staubrey. He has no more seconds left to get that defuse successfully done. And even Box is coming in to take the last CT down. 8-5 he stands. And bringing GoodJob into the right direction. And yeah, GoodJob is doing, so far, they're bringing us a quite good performance. I don't know how you feel about it, but, you know, for free, QB.F recently lost against Singularity, especially on this map at SO1. Next one would be Mirage, which is statistically, once more speaking, a map they can play. They're quite okay on Mirage. They have beaten teams like Tricked, or North, or also Super Jimmy. So that's quite alright. I mean, it's a good initial situation. Nikes 12 million IQ, though it's actually a very simple play. On the roof, like Heisenberg, he throws the AK, not like the pizza. And there goes no save off the $2,700 rifle. Box is not hitting his shots. Do it quick. Come on. Punish him for not hitting his op shots. Do it right now, straight up. It seems like Coffee might be the one. That was a dink. That worked. Box now needs to be taken out by Quick as well. Right timing, right headshots. Double in for to maybe come as Dobry's on his own. And the team of GoodJobbers right now losing against the majority of QBF equipped with just all those very annoying ZZs and the very skillfully used Desert Eagle. As now Image finds himself that final frag onto the recent edition of Dobry. And there you go. Sorry, Warframe, I just read your question. I imagine, when I take a look at it, go to CSGO profile, Zed, I'm gonna bet on that. Zed is actually ZZ. And it is ZZ. Who thought that? Either way, that is going to be the 4-4, back and forth. Both teams are not giving them each other anything right now. We've got a nice entry on the banana section, establishing early control, and Coffee's gonna think twice when and why and how to aggress. And at that point in time, he majorly announces himself. He cannot enforce a rotation of a third player towards the site of B. None of the teams found their winning formula yet against the opponents. At this point in time, we've seen that GoodJob is better with the gun rounds in a good bunch of cases, but right now, those smokes, they're looking portentous, and it might be getting kind of sinister for the QBF side on B. If there not would be a quick to strike, finding 1, 2, 3, and also a 4th. So beautifully done by the Lithuanian, taking down 80% of the GoodJob sites. As the yellow, green, and red is striking against the Belarusian sites in a nice and also well-coordinated fashion. Nasty, nice, and lovely. Terms you can probably associate Quick, at least Counter-Strike-wise. I don't know much more about Quick, so I only can say it Counter-Strike-wise, but that's how it goes. So only Coffee alive, trying his luck. Waterfall's not into it. Finding 3. 2 more rounds QBF is away from actually taking home that certain half. Their map pick, their choice, their love. And their opportunity to start off with a 1-0 lead. Logically, you should capitalize on that. Nice done, Jimqua. Finding himself box. Actually, that kind of sound here in the background is kind of representing the action on the side of B. Nothing happening besides a Coffee. It's probably interested to enforce any kind of movement on the QBF side at that point in time. They're taking their time. 60-second mark. GoodJob. Still got a good bunch of time left. They gotta use it early enough. Waterfall's hiding himself. Can't connect until a second. Dobry's down. It's got to be once more a play we've seen already. Good job doing. Quick seems to be kind of prepared for it, though. Still falls short. That brings us down to a last 30-second execution from Good Job. They're focusing on the B site. Jimco needs to realize that he's going to be sandwiched very soon if he's not able to take down his two CT players. Fields the AK shot, hits the first. That is the bomb now being dropped. Jimco got to do it wisely. Can't hit the first, gets taken out by the second. Coffee denies that all play. And Boomich, who brings down Zed, now leads it down to only a single individual. Finds one, can't connect onto the second. QB.Fire going for number 7 in this best of 3 series on our first map, Mirage, which is actually Inferno. My brain, it's like deep in my brain. There's just a picture printed out and it shows Resident Sleeper. And either way, with that right now happening, Good Job's economy is quite okay. So they gotta utilize those ZZs as much as they can, because, you know, a fast-paced rush like this with the annoying 12-round gun. Look how far they are. Look how lost Belbina is and how much that site might be taken. Boomage on his own. How annoying that must feel for a good CT. Because that bomb's gonna be planted. That retake is dominated by extremely annoying close-range plays. And a single M4A1S, but either way, Nikes point fight waterfalls. If he hits the right angle, that's got to be $4,750 losing against 500. But first of all, Quick finds one, and that is exactly what I mean. Waterfalls knows that there's one towards exactly that section. Predicts it right, goes around, goes for the pistol, can't connect onto it. Nice try by Waterfalls. Okay, guys, you know what we're doing? We're doing quick maths. So, this is, I don't know, this is a ZZ, okay? This is a ZZ with that annoying mag here. 500. Then you have a AWP, I don't know, I'm just drawing a block with one barrel. Costing $4,750, right? I know it's about usage and how you're doing it, but ZZs, man. ZZs are a hella weird gun. And actually, at one point in high school, I said, no, I'm not going to do art anymore. I stopped doing art. Art class is what I mean. Boomage, though, as well as Jimco, are doing art at that point in time in round number 13. Counter-Strike art, as you could call it. Taking out 2 of Good Job already, bringing us down to a 5 versus 3 situation, where Zed, Box, and Dabri might not have the easiest life. Smoke. Hopping close to Quick. AWP has been hurt. He's trying to play that angle, knows and saw the barrel. Oh, and this is unfortunate. He's baiting himself out, finds a nice frack onto Doppler, but it might be Box off, punishing him. Doesn't happen at the point in time. Still flash, take him out as well, switching over to the USPS, but Zed is not interested any further off this. 5 opponents he needs to find, starts with 1. Lena going over. Yeah, I know, the best bang for your buck. I heard about that. And, no, I see why you quit. The funny thing is my mother studied that and worked in that industry of drawing. I never learned how to properly draw a goddamn square. And, probably because I'm a left-hander. I use that excuse very often. I'm playing Counter-Strike with my left hand, I'm drawing with my left hand. It can't look good, so I don't play good either. And, yeah. That's how life sometimes goes. Either way, Waterfalls finding himself too with P250, as well as an AWP being a very successful duo at that point in time. Jim Cook can't connect that shot, moves back as much as he can. Nice flashbang. As that is opening up a good bunch of options. Now Doper and Coffee need to try to do it. A-op as well as M4. Bring it down to only the M4A1S. Should secure round number 9, and that's exactly what it does. Good job's economy, pretty much down the drain. Should lead QB.F to a double digits first half. I think I don't go to hell because I'm left-handed. I think that's a little bit too much, to be very fair. Hell is like one hell of an uncool place. I think DE Kennels is in hell. I think this is how hell looks like. Or militia. No, I like militia, actually, taking that back. Office. This is how hell looks like. First of all, that could be hell starting up right now onto fake mitts. 2 players down in 15 seconds off this round number 15. And from behind, it's already Jimco as well as Quick coming. Waterfalls with Alina staying towards the A side, and the support of Boomich is there. Not even one, taking that back. It looked like that could have been actually very promising, opening up the B site. And now it's about who's going to do the better Usain Bolt impression. Who's going to be our sprint king? Who's going to be a lazy turtle at that point in time? Smoke allows the bomb to be planted. Walks moving on the site. Oh no, the no-scope not working. The spray is not there. Dopery finding Quick. And that's only 3 more players alive right now for QB.F. They all got a kit, but not a single smoke left. A single flame as well as a Molotov. Excuse me, a single flashbang as well as a Molotov. That brings us down to first frag happening due to the inferno. Another one coming in from Valina. Dopery has to be found. Can the newest edition of GoodJob actually bring this into an advantageous 9-6 situation? The first one coming out. Waterfalls. He connects. And that brings us to a round number 10. Way too tight by that QB.F team, though. I don't know how you feel about it, but that was like, you know, when you put your, try to do it with me. Put your lower lip as low as you can, so like your lower teeth are being shown. You know, that is pretty much the way I saw that round. I had to cast, so I couldn't do that expression the entire time, but you might get what I mean. And Metal, I don't get that joke. QB.F small. Quantum a lot of fire small? Is it like a small fire? It's just a mini fire? Either way, Nikes getting an 8 directly in front of his face, putting him down to 71. A 5-man aggression from QB.F coming in right now. Fully blind Nikes can't see a thing. Brings it down to only Coffee to now hit his shots, and he starts off with Jimka. Molina's not so interested in it, and over construction, a Nikes comes and might strike, but Boomich knows the right medicine for aggressing players. That's 9mm in the face. And that retake seems to get a little complicated right now for GoodJob. There's still 4 alive. Felina is low HP, so he's not the best option to go for a fight, but the other players, the QB.F side, should seal the deal. Is that right now happening? Dobry finding one. Players now rushing in. Quick getting himself another. Dobry not stopping. Dobry might get himself Felina as well. Waterfalls, patience is what you need. And nope, not interested in it. Where's that kit? Does Dobry have enough time for it? He picked it up. It's 3 more seconds. Could that thing explode? He got it. A few milliseconds. And he got it. Good job securing the 6th. And that's an unfortunate one for QB.F. As they can't control the bomb site properly during the retake situation. Allowing GoodJob to come closer once QB.F are going for nothing else than another ZZ semi kind of buy. They got themselves the bomb plan, so logically this means saving up as much as possible for an upcoming round 1. It seems like no options are there. Waterfalls as well as Jimka falling to the 45 ACP UMP 45. So much 45, 45. 45, 45, 55. With Valina going in a 45-degree angle to act the 45 best player in Belarus. Zed. Probably he's even way better than the number I just said, but Valina taken out. Quick is the only one taking anyone down. That's Nike's falling. GoodJob's economy. It looks okay. Now, probably expect in the Russian chat, people are going nuts. I've really never casted for Russians, like Russians who also could speak English. No offense, don't get me wrong. I can imagine it's quite funny. First of all, it's quite funny how that first frag happens. Zed getting taken out. Dobry, who's been fire right now, and already the pissed around of second half. Suddenly, only a Jimko as well as a Valina alive. The options are going down to a minimum. Banana could be a good of an idea. They're utilizing that. No noise happening in fake mid or towards the A site. That should be the alarm clock starting off very soon for Box and Nikes. But there are still a few more seconds. Coffee Nanos, smoke pops. And that could be the MP9 as useful as possible against the Jimco. Re-smoking. The shots are not landing. Rotation now comes in. And the AK in the hands of Box might be the useful tool you need. Valina as well as Jimka. 29 and 21, 50 total they have. Half amount of the HP is now left onto Box. And so it's going to be down to only Valina to find himself both players. Nikes might be an easy one. Rotating out early, is that what he does? One comes in, second one as well, and Valina! My god, both shots! It was an advantageous situation for GoodJob! And they're falling short. Valina cleans out the case, swipes them off the B side, says, no Belarusian people allowed here, and secures number 11 for the red fire. QB.F. 4-round difference they have right now. And GoodJob's economy, in case they're not finding themselves successful round number 8 at this point in time, will pretty much look down the drain. Unfortunate, sad, and pretty much how the dear Besley Bub says. Correct. Logically, you don't want that situation to occur. Another rotation back towards mid has been earned Dobry. Switching over from an aggressive to a more passive angle, whilst Valina and Cole are getting themselves an entry towards Box. First right time, Dobby needs to be taken out. Valina is there on the spot and on the scene. Zet hits the right timing, switches over to Galil. Is not quite sure if he actually made a good deal with that. But the worrisome thing is, somewhere around CT, a waterfall's straying around. And Nike's got to be extremely cautious, as Zed is not sure what to do. That B-site will be taken in a matter of seconds. And Nike's, he's expected. Fully flashed he is. Staying back in the corner. Tries to check angle by angle. And Waterfalls might get caught off guard. The shadow could be seen very soon there. He makes it work. And brings it to a man-equalized situation where no kit is on any of the players. The GoodJob site needs 10 seconds to defuse the bomb. And that's a good bunch. Not abysmal, but you gotta play it smart right now. Dileton would be the wrong approach. As I'm saying, it's 12-7 comes in, and GoodJob right now gonna live with what they have in their pockets. It looks quite empty there. And if you freshly joined us, we're gonna make a little game. Okay, guys, we're gonna make a little fun game. This is Inferno. This is the pick of QB.F. And you need to tell me. There's both teams have played this map 18 times in the past 3 months. Which team won this map 10 times? Which team won this map 6 times? Right now, the chat section is yours. Solina now finding himself all the frags he needs. That's a quite fast round. 25 seconds have passed. Zed is the last man alive. So we got ourselves a first one. I hope nobody actually Googled it. If you did, you're a very boring person at parties.
Bomb has been planted.
And actually, it is funny how Ice. QB.Fire losing 12 out of 18 matches on this map. Recently, Singularity was one of those. But what we're seeing right now, GoodJob is not delivering us a show that looks like the majority of this Inferno plays went in their favor. People still go to parties, yes. Who doesn't go to parties? Parties are actually something cool. Either way, we're talking about parties in a second. It seems like the party is starting back onto Banana. With a great invitation, QBF got themselves, saying, hey guys, can we just like chill out on like the Banana? And yeah, no. I think Dopry and Coffee were not really interested in it. Which brings us down to a situation where GoodJob is not looking that phenomenal. Coffee, as well as Nikes, rotating off. And I think parties are a great thing. Parties in the 90s, I mean, it depends what kind of parties, right? There were a lot of raves with very bad things people swallowed. And there's still those parties where people take very bad things. No, I wouldn't recommend you that, kids. Try a cool party with your friends. Listen to some wow, English. No, listen to some great music, invite like 10, 20 people over, drink, meet your new future girlfriend, meet your new 4 teammates, and meet your new 4 teammates for Counter-Strike, and then win every major. And your dream woman, of course. That's how you do a party. I never had such a party. You see, I'm a caster, you know, I'm a caster barely anyone has ever heard of. And, my dreams didn't come true from start on. No, actually they did. I'm quite happy with the position I'm in. Either way, 14-7, a GoodJob going down to their minimum with their economy and with their plays. As the double amount of rounds are right now on the QBF site. Box, nice frag onto Quick, taking the Lithuanian down early in the game. And that's GoodJob right now. Just having a man advantage, they need to try to capitalize on that, because QB.Fire might be running away with what they've done the last few rounds. They're taking their time. It's ticking low. It's not getting better for QBF right now. The aggression towards the B side is something you could think of, because only one player is actually able to do effective damage once the CT smoke pops. This is exactly what happens at that point in time. Jimko has the control of it. CT smoke could pop. There's the first one. Now it needs to be nice. Probably doing a job to rotate over, but he has to reload at that point in time. Coffee gets taken out. That spot is kind of blatant obvious. And that now makes that bomb go down. A C4 on the site of B. Jimko finding box in there. It gets a little tricky right now for the Belarusian side. Waterfall's fully blind, still can avoid it. Finds the flick onto Zed. And that should be it at that point in time. To seal the deal for round number 15 it is. 15-7. QBF looking decent on their first map pick. Fluter Moto. We've heard casters but never seen them. I usually turn on my webcam during the pauses between the games, so you will see me. I hope you will fall in love with me. And I think some guy asked, do you have a Twitch account? Yes, I do. And you know what? I'm doing you a favor. I have a Twitch account, and I have a lot of social media accounts. And I'm typing in a command. You can type in anytime, and there it says my name. And there it says my social media. So I'm utilizing that. It's a great opportunity. And now it might be the great opportunity that the ZZ get very handy. Waterfalls, whiffing one after another, then makes it work with the P250. This game is full of surprises. Keeps on giving, keeps on giving. A little bit like a Kinder Surprise, you know, you open it up and it's cool. And you got chocolate. And I think the majority of the human beings don't deny chocolate. Either way, we got ourselves a round difference of 8 between GoodJob and QB.Fire. The equipment on the city side looks decent enough to actually make that round work. Start to get your way back on Inferno. You have to see on the other side though. QB.Fire have many second chances to close that chapter. Now Zed, he could find himself the first, but first of all, Waterfall's taken out, quick as well, brings it down to Valina. So we got ourselves a 15-8. QB.F. They might be on the right track to take it home right this round. Their economy is still fine. Their future economy looks kind of... nah. Wins critical ops. Sorry, that was a good one. Coffee finding himself Jimka. One player down, aggression of GoodJob that might pay off if they continue it like this. Overtime is a long way and a long path. Rotation coming right now in. And it means Box as well as Nikes gotta be fast about it. The smoke will not hold Box off at that point. Another flashbang coming in. Boomich rotates out. And it's quick finding himself one and a second as well. That could be the A side taken very soon. As Doppler reacts, a bomb in front of his fate. The Waterfalls can't seal it. Molina is running out of options to kill. Doppler would have been an easily one-shot towards the chest. Talking about it. Finds himself free. Climbs up the scoreboards. 6 rounds difference right now. And QB.F considering, and should more likely consider, to go for some kind of eco stuff. How old are you? Believe it or not, though my voice is kind of young. I am actually 21 years old. And, where are you from? From Stuttgart, Germany. When you type !caster, just as a tip, I'm answering all your questions, you find my Twitter profile, and I write a lot of stuff there. You'll find out a lot of stuff. Either way. GoodJob right now, 6 rounds away from getting into overtime. Quick seems to have the right kind of idea. Can't make it work though. And 15-9 might turn into double digits for GoodJob. The way it looks right now for QB.F, it's far away from convincing. Partially disappointed, so they got to converge right now together on that A side. But 4 GoodJob players, they're expecting exactly that aggression. Nikes finds one, can't connect onto Waterfalls, but the M4A1S is doing the job fine. If Waterfalls and Valina can actually seal the deal, it's going to be a tough one. Grabbing the bomb, that would be a start. Waterfalls, if he stops making any steps, he might hit box off goal. He said nope. Dobry coming in. Molino looking in the wrong direction, grabbing the AK, which should now announce it to Dobry. And as I say, it's there we go. 15-10. A QB.F. They got a ceiling. I can speak German. Guten Morgen. Hans. Es ist nicht morgen. Yeah, and Green, I actually agree with you partially. That force was not the best of an idea. I mean, they're down to just AKs right now. They're going to be down to 0 if GoodJob reaches the 11th. Like, 5 more rounds they have. So I personally feel like they still have a good bunch of options. I feel like they can still seal this even very late. The question is, how will they do it? Because GoodJob, they're feeling it, you know? They suddenly realize we can aggress a little bit more. We can just try a little bit more. Whilst on the other side, long and short control is coming closer and closer to QB.Fire towards the A site. Quick, even though you jump over wood, doesn't make you invincible to flames. But his playstyle might majorly benefit the team at that point in time. Zet is looking in the wrong direction. Quick finds himself the first. A crucial entry. Box can't connect on it. With that happening, Quick should not be able to get any more frags towards Library. Box is staying there. 45 more seconds. And remember, I think the round number 15 has been sealed for QB.Fire for a playstyle from GoodJob that leans much to the flower pod, very defensive, and then a rotation this way can backfire very often. There comes the smoke, flashbang might pop, and they're only selling a fake. It partially works. That is beautiful to watch. Jim can connect onto no one further. Dobry now reads to realize. I think they just all pranked you. Jake Paul kind of style. And that works out perfectly. Knight's the only one alive. It should secure itself right now. For the side of QB.F. 4 he needs to get. That seems to be nearly impossible. And there it goes. 16-10. GoodJob not taking home Inferno. And there we got ourselves. That was map number 1, Inferno. Taking a look to my right is where I have the chat, of course. A lot of German. Is my main language German? Yes, it is. Ich liebe dich auch. And it was bad German, of course. And either way, we're going back in a quick break. We're going to see each other very soon on Mirage, the map pick of GoodJob, where also actually QB.F is delivering quite decently. Not quite sure how it will go out. I have the feel QB.F could take this home 2-0, but like if you are actually taking it at home 2-0 in the end when a team... The thing is, QB.F is a little bit wounded as an entire team section and lost the most important player to flip side, Lollipop 21k, and now have to play with a stand-in. So I'm not quite sure how it will go. I'm not quite sure if we'll see actually right now a QB.F taking this straight 2-0, but we'll see. I think we'll see. And if you want to find out more, by the way, because I'm seeing it like a little bit to the right, exclamation mark or exclamation point caster is what you need to type in to the chat to figure out a little more. You'll find all the social media channels except MySpace. I'm not using MySpace anymore, but you find all of them just right there. So we're going to see each other on map number 2. We're going to see each other with QB.F and GoodJob fighting if they go on the third map or not. So stick tuned, grab something to drink and eat. We'll be right back.
LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you